Hey, what's happening, boys and girls? Thanks for tuning back into the channel. Today, right here with the Rust Belt Mechanic. We are strapped into the Duramax today on the road, and we've got our tiny trailer hooked up. We'll see if we can get a little shot of that one. We got it right there for you. And we are going to go and pick up our newest project for the channel. Something that kind of was a spur of the moment. Ends up we're kind of getting down to the little bits and down to the end of Project Caddy, and I decided to keep that vehicle. So big news to the channel there. Ended up deciding to keep that one. And for all of you OG subscribers, know that I have a Mini Cooper S that I had and absolutely hated earlier on. I didn't do much of any videos with it, but I ended up selling that instead. So in keeping in good faith, we are going with the trade-up series. So I am actually on my way to go and pick up a brand new project car. So you're gonna have to stay tuned to this one. So really, I have really been enjoying the Project Jeep Caddy build. It was a really fun one. It was a quick one. I was able to get it done, and I ended up wanting to keep it. So in normal fashion, I would have been able to flip it really quick, and I would have made a lot of money on it. Well, I ended up selling the Mini Cooper that I had. I sold it for $3 grand. Probably could have got a little bit more money at it, but sold it to a friend who I knew. So I've got that money, and I wanted to put it back into something because I like this Project Flip game going for the channel. So you guys keep excited. We keep on with some new exciting builds with everything. So cruising on the old Facebook Marketplace this last weekend and came upon this jewel of a car that I think that we will be able to do some fun stuff with, have some good times, fix some stuff, and be able to flip it and make some money. In this whole series, I'm wanting to get this flip up to something that I really want in the end. I'm gonna set a date goal, and we're gonna set that date goal of like right around November, which is right around SEMA time. I wanna be able to flip up to be able to get something that I really, really want. What do I really love, and what do you guys really love here on the channel? We love this Duramax. We absolutely love it. So what I'm wanting to really flip up to is to be able to get a good enough deal to have a truck that is able to get me a new built motor for this truck. Normally these motors cost like right around 12 to 15 grand, depending on what you guys really want to put into them. So it's gonna cost me about that much. So over the next 6 to 8 months or so, we're gonna be flipping up, hopefully making more money, doing better each time to hopefully flip up to a vehicle that I can sell and be able to get us a built motor, big project upgrade for the old Dirty Max on this one. So it's gonna be an exciting one. This one today, I am picking up a 2006 Chrysler 300C. It is a Hemi all-wheel drive, pretty well loaded, and it's in pretty good condition. The body is pretty decent. It's got about the same amount of rust in just about the same spot that the old Cadillac did. So we're gonna be going through that one. It's got some misfires, more than likely. So I haven't even seen it yet. I'm guessing because he's replaced all the plugs, all the coils on it. So my guess is we're gonna be seeing some internal, like a camshaft, which is gonna be good for you guys because you're gonna get to see us pull heads in a cam. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, a lot of great fun on the project. So about ready to get up here to his place here in Columbus, Ohio. It's a little bit of a drive for me. So we're gonna pick this thing up, get it home, and then we'll be able to check it all over with you guys. Hang on just another minute. All right, guys, we got everything unloaded. That was one hell of a drive. It took a while getting all the title stuff all signed over and everything, kind of a pain, but we got it done. And we've got a car right here. That key shows you anything. I don't know if you guys know what that kind of a key is, but there it is. We got it and got it for a little bit cheaper than I was initially thinking, which is good, but it's also on the bad side because it's a little rougher than I was initially thinking also. Initially I was thinking this thing ran. We just had a little bit of a diagnosis with a misfire issue to go on this one. Ends up it's a little bit rougher than what I thought, and it's burning some oil pretty hefty. But anyways, enough talking, let's show the ride. Here we are. This is our new project 2006 Chrysler 300C. Yep, you heard it right. That's right. Hemi C and all-wheel drive. How about that? And who decided that? You know, we're doing luxury cars in all-wheel drive. You know, the Caddy was the last one. Now we've got us a 300, but there it is. The outside's in not too bad of a shape. The front fascia underneath is a little banged up. We've got a couple little scrapes and scratches here and there, but the major parts on the body side is we do have some rust in the rear fenders. It looks pretty much exactly like that on the other side too. A little bit more flashy and blingy than I would have thought. They put chrome on just about every surface here. The doors, the trim, the fuel door, the mirrors, the trim in the front, the grille, the headlights. It's all chromed out. But you know what? Some people like all that shiny chrome stuff. Not one of my favorite things, but you know what? It'll do for a project car. Now, let's get into the negative stuff. Let's hop into the inside. Oh, better unlock it here. The remotes actually do work. How about that? Get in the inside here, and driver's seat has seen better days. But you know what? It's not a melted seat like it was on the Cadillac. So I have to say we got that going for us. All the rest of the seats and everything inside of the vehicle aren't torn up, ripped up, anything like that. It doesn't smell like a great car in here. It may look okay, but it smells like a nasty moldy ashtray. Not gonna lie, it smells kind of disgusting. And what is all this stuff? You think you're bougie enough? We don't have enough wood grain around the shifter and on the shifter and in the center console and on the steering wheel. We got to add it on the dash, on the vents, on the doors, on the handles, the cup holders. What is this? You got even this little L trim piece here. I mean, come on, guys. You really need that much bouginess in your life on your 231,000 mile Chrysler 300. It's not a Bentley. Come on now. Let's open up our hood here, possibly get the handle popped and look under here, because this is where our next area of interest is going to be, in the area of roughness. We do have a Hemi 5.7 liter, big boy, bad boy, and like I said, all-wheel drive. There's a whole lot of wiring inside of this that isn't hooked up and just looks like a spaghetti mess under the dash. So we're gonna have to get rid of all that aftermarket remote start crap under there. But then under here, we have a whole different story. There was a couple of things unhooked. We've got some wiring just randomly hanging out here. No ground on this ground post. Don't know about that one. But the hardest part is when I started it up, this thing looks like a mosquito fogger in August. This thing burns oil so bad that it is just horrendous, and it's starting to misfire so horribly that there was no way anybody could drive this one. Just for shits and giggles, let's start it up to see how bad it was. It starts, it runs, and then it starts running worse and worse, and then starts doing that number. We have got ourselves a smoke show. This isn't special effects, guys. This is the real deal. Ah, God. Oh, that's bad. Oh, jeez. Oh, that special effects stuff. The Chrysler 300C. Oh, I gotta back up here. Only running for that amount of time, it was dumping that much oil. I was like, what, 15 seconds of driving? God, I hate to have to pull this thing inside. But that, my friends, is what we're gonna have to figure out, is where we are dumping oil that badly, that horrendously. Like I said, it started up, had some misfires, but it was running on all 8 cylinders. So, kind of have a thought that it's probably got a bunch of valve seals burned up. The guy did confide in everything and said he ran it low on oil when he picked it up. And so, you know, it was like 3 or 4 quarts low at least on oil. So, I have a feeling we ran her a little low. It's not knocking and it's not ticking at all. He did have a couple of receipts from 2 previous owners that did have some motor work done to it. Looks like that had a cam done and some lifters done at one time. So that's some at least halfway good sign that it was taken care of at some point, but now we're on to something harsh. So I'm thinking valve seals, but we'll have to dig into everything and we'll find out. A couple minutes later and there's still smoke billowing out from in and underneath of this thing. This is bad. Gotta get it out of here. This is really bad, but it's a project car. It's a piece of junk. It's a piece of crap, but even pieces of junk can be shined up to make us some money, and that is the whole point of this project, is to be able to get this thing running, get it reliable, get it out the door, and make us some money so we can get on to the next project down the line, and eventually go down the line to get us, hopefully, our built motor for our Duramax, which will be freaking amazing. So we got to keep our eye on the prize down the road, so we got to keep up going in with these projects. We got some ideas. I'm definitely going to jump into diagnosing at least the engine issue on the very first video when we jump into this. If you guys have any other videos that you would like to see for these Chrysler products, especially the 300s, the Hemis, NAG1 transmissions, it's got some rear diff seals leaking. I'm not going to hop under this because I'm not even going to bring it inside, but you know, we'll get to everything eventually. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave those down below so we can know what you guys want to focus on for this build. If you guys want to focus on maybe some more body work, if you want to focus on we're going to need to redo these wheels, maybe some interior more things, or do you just want to focus on the diagnosing and diving into the engine and all the mechanical stuff, you know, I like all of it. So we're going to dive into all that. Make sure you leave those comments down below. I appreciate everyone tuning into this video. If you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on those bell notifications down below so you get notified when I come out with cool, awesome content just like this stuff here today. Make sure you stay tuned to the channel. We've got tons more stuff coming up, Duramax content, side-by-side stuff, tools, fixer-uppers, all kinds of goodies. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I appreciate it. You guys stay awesome. Still smoke coming out of this stupid thing.